Hi guys, welcome back to the Blankneys. So I know it's been a while. We have not been posting any video content for like a little over a month. We've just been catching up with life after holidays, which is really chaotic in our house. Just a lot of beginning of the year stuff that special needs parents always have to fill out paperwork, reapply for waivers, insurance, have to get recertified for CNA. So we have just been busy with other things and not had a chance to really film any content. Keegan hasn't really been feeling up for it either, so we didn't want to push that on him when he wasn't feeling too good. And we also wanted to come back and share some results with you guys other than just a post that we've been kind of putting out for the last few weeks. Just to go back on what we actually did for Keegan and his procedure, a lot of people were unclear in messaging me, and I'm sorry for people that I don't message back or have the answers for when they ask me. I'm not intentionally trying to make anybody feel like I don't want to let them know what's going on, but most of the time we really don't know what's going on. And that's why I started putting out these videos, is because I would get so many messages, and this is my best way to kind of address everybody at once. So last week Keegan went under anesthesia for an endoscopy. So if you aren't aware of what that is, it was an upper and a lower endoscopy. So what they do is they just take a very small pill-like camera that fits inside his intestine, and it's able to capture small pictures along the way and visibly give us an idea of what Keegan's intestines look like from the inside. We wanted to make sure there was no ulcers or any concern for anything like that. Immediately we were able to see those results, and there was nothing concerning. Everything looked really great. Keegan used to have eosinophilic colitis. If you aren't sure about that, I'll link that video below. That caused him lots of painful ulcers, and they would actually bleed, and he would have stool with just blood in it, and it would obviously be really uncomfortable for him. So when Mike and I saw these ulcers starting to create on the outside of his stoma where his ostomy bag is placed, we were just like so concerned, like, this is what the outside of his intestines look like. I can only imagine what the inside of his intestines look like. So they do take little biopsies of the intestines as they go through this procedure to collect samples and make sure there's no overgrowth, there's no bacteria or anything causing any inflammation or anything that they can't see visually. We got those results back, and good thing there was nothing. Now you're probably wondering, what does that mean? We do see that visible blistering on the outside of Keegan's stoma, and that was our immediate concern. Upon them doing a little more research after we did those and made sure that there was no more serious causes for those little blisters, actually found out that the plastic that Keegan has around his bag, sometimes he stims on that. So if you aren't familiar with stimming, that's just repetitive movement that sometimes autistic or sensory seeking kids do to provide stimulation of some sort. In this case, Keegan gets the stimulation of the sound, the feeling of the bag, and so he likes to hit on his bag for the stimulation and input that it gives him. He does that a lot when he's excited or something, almost like clapping, but he just kind of hits his bag. When he does that, it causes friction, and it causes those little blisters. There's no better way to explain it than it is just kind of like little friction burns. We are gonna have to keep a closer eye on that and kind of steer him to stim in a different way when he seeks that kind of stimulation. It's something that now we're aware of, but we definitely had no idea before that it was something that simple. Knowing something like that before, we wouldn't have even put him under. With his medical history and his ulcers and everything in his intestines that he's had a lot of problems with, we had to do that to make sure what we were dealing with. In other words, we are able to start solid foods again. There's no concern for any allergies or for eating up his intestines, which we were really concerned about, and everybody thought right away, like, this has got to be solid foods, because what a coincidence and impeccable timing. We are really excited because we got the okay. Our doctor immediately said he loved the solid foods, go back to those, there's no concerns for those, just take it easy, and make sure that you're not seeing anything other than what we had saw before. Keegan would not have sat still for that, so I just wanted to update everybody on that real quick. I'm gonna go grab him, and then we're gonna come back and show you guys some more exciting news. He does not want to sit still for very long, so we'll try to do this very quickly. We have started using a basic communication device for now until we get a specific one that is catered to Keegan's needs. This is just to get him in the realm of communicating with a device or a speech pad. And so we know that's the route we want to go. We've tried to do a lot of sign language with Keegan, which we're still working on, but this is always going to help in addition to those things. But this is just a basic communication device that we can use right now to implicate things for Keegan. He's not necessarily to the point of talking, but he is comprehending. So this is the time where we really want to start implicating these things. So he has all different ways to communicate with us, to call us by name, to tell us what he wants, what he likes. He just keeps pressing goodbye because I think he's over it. So we really just wanted to take a minute to show you guys. Thank you, Bubba. We really, obviously he wanted to thank you guys all for checking on him when he's been feeling a little unwell. So we truly appreciate every single one of you who reached out. Sorry, like I said, if I couldn't get answers to you immediately, but we definitely appreciate everybody checking on us and checking in with Keegan. He is doing a whole lot better. We do have our moments, so we're just, you know, taking it day by day, but for the most part, things are headed in the right direction again. So we're super excited to have this device on board now because obviously Keegan has been very vocal for a while, but it takes time to get him into an appointment where we can get him scheduled to see somebody that fits him for a specific device. And so we'll get into that the next few months, but in the meantime, we'll use this to communicate with him through his device. I think he is over it, so with that, we're gonna go. But thank you guys again so much, and we will see you guys next time. I love you. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive